My name is Wendell Blassingame. I provide movies at the Jameswood Community Center, movies on a nickel, Saturdays and Sundays from the hours of 5 until midnight. And today is a very special day. This is August the 8th, 2015, and we're putting on an award for myself.
In the name of this facility where we're at?
We're at the Jameswood Community Center, located downtown in the heart of Skid Row or Central City East.
So have you always been a do-good motherfucker, or was this part of your old age, or what? I mean, that's do-good, right?
No.
14 years,
okay.
every weekend, no pay.
No, that's
do-good motherfucker.
no, well, not really that in that aspect. It came to the point that I was fortunate to be with some individuals like OG and Michael Blaze and a couple of individuals that were up. When the Jameswood Center first opened, we sit upstairs in the conference room and ask what would be a good program for the individuals that are in the transitional area of Skid Row that will benefit and who want to take the run with it.
Hold it. So here's where I come in. So at the time, Wendell, put up your finger.
This one.
So at the time, Wendell had suffered from an accident
Yes.
where partially he lost some of his pointer finger, which actually is one of the more important fingers in everything you do. So he had to undergo therapy for about how often?
Almost
Every day?
for 18 months.
For 18 months. So when the actual meeting came for us to actually delegate who's going to do what at this center, this brand new center, I was the only one at the meeting, so I volunteered Wendell
Yes.
to do this. Little did I think that it would be 14 years later, and let me just say the reason I did that is because he was already known in the community. I was doing chess tournaments, other things, and I heard he was doing movies and chess over at the...
St. Vincent Cardinal Manor.
And the other name for it?
Is
the Misery House, man. Everybody knows the Misery House.
Yes, Misery
House. Go ahead, we'll say the right name.
Yeah, the Misery House.
Yeah, so that's a place which we haven't pointed out, there are a lot of homeless people. So I'm going to jump out of it now. We're going to talk a little bit about the clientele and your intent and how you make them feel. But yeah, so I volunteered him 14 years ago before we had gray hair and all that. I mean, little did I know. So, let me be the first to really congratulate you on this day. Periodically, I'll do more as the day goes by.
Thank you very much, Michael Blaze.
All right. So you look a little drab. Sakura, can you come over here for a moment? Thanks. You do it. Say something, Sakura.
Well, I just want to be part of the honoring the community is offering to our friend Wendell, only for the activities that he had here in the Jameswood Center, but there is so many others. He helped every single day a lot of people, just by listening them, by sharing his knowledge, and I'm proud to be your friend.
What a do-good. Let me get a shot.
Not only do I provide movies on Saturdays and Sundays, this is my opportunity that I be able to do outreach. And what I mean by outreach, that I give resources that for housing, or if they have trouble filling out an application for SSI, or how they can get approved for SSI, or if they need resources for jobs, whatever they may need, that is my main source. Like the last commitment I just did was a young lady was down here and she wanted to go back home to New York, and she had no way of getting there, so I arranged a process where she would get one Greyhound ticket directly there, plus $150 cash, where she'll be able to eat in the process and the travel.
Yes, sir. And the neighborhood council, let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, I was elected from my peers, and that is the individuals. They said Skid Row does not matter. They came and voted for me in an electoral vote 8 years ago. I've been on the board for 8 years. In the process, I've been able to do mighty things from the executive board of Downtown Neighborhood Council. My first instrument was when I put this crosswalk in, and then I turned it right around and corrected the signal lights. And at the last adventure, what I've worked on right now is the lighting in Skid Row, where we'll be able to increase the lighting vapor so they'll be able to see clearly down the sidewalk.
So, Tony, why don't you tell us a little bit about what is on the agenda for tonight and how it came about being, please?
Speak
My
up.
name is Tony Anthony.
Speak up.
And the event is about Wendell and his 14th year here at the movie at the Nickel, here at the James Wood Center on 5th and St. Julian Street. This gentleman right here is Wendell Blassingame. Nice gentleman. And what we have on the menu is that we have people that known him for a long time that are gonna get up and speak. And did you bring your music?
Yes, sir.
And his favorite music, and communicate. That's what it's all about, community, talking about him and everything.
This community has really depressed me, had me very disrupted in my spirit, but at the same time, if it wasn't for movies on the Nickel, I get a chance to entertain with them, interact with them, communicate with them, motivate them most of all. But the key thing is to communicate with them. A lot of times you walk through Skid Row and nobody actually gets a chance to ask them how do they feel in a personal relationship, and let them know that they mean something. They are special in my life. Types of movies I love to show is action, comedy. I feel that action is something that just goes through you, but a comedy is to get a chance to laugh and enjoy and take away the different thoughts that you have while you're depressed. And anyone can be depressed in this type of environment. So I get a chance to laughter, and laughter is a cure to everything. I've really been fortunate in the 14 years to have an assistant as a silent partner, and that's SRO Corporation. Not only they provide the building, they assist me with a new Blu-ray projector that will be able to show excellent movies with that beautiful color. At the same time, they provide movies. They purchase movies. Ms. Nelson, the CEO director, takes the time out on her own special time and get action and comedy movies that entertain the individuals that come in here.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. May I say it again? Welcome. Welcome. This is Big Thunder right here. This is my backup right here. Okay, welcome to the 14th anniversary movie at the Nickel. We are honoring Wendell Blassingame. Yeah, right. Wendell is a long-time volunteer of a lot of things. He served on the board neighborhood council member for a term, so that's 8 years. He volunteered right over here at St. Julian Park. Beautiful. You know, so he's doing it up. Say something.
First of all, I can't express to you how important God is in my life. All that I've done in the last 14 years is not of me. It's because of the Lord and what He's done for me. And so I made a promise to the Lord 15 years ago, is that if you take my desires and my thoughts and change them and mold me the way you want me to be, I'll serve you. And in these 14 years, giving up my Saturdays and Sundays, and most of the time in the evening time when I have to go to the meetings that represent Skid Row, there's no feelings set aside. I just do it with enjoyment. I've come to the point of the 14 years, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you in here to recognize that there is a challenge, there is a need, and everyone is special. They come down to Skid Row for whatever reason they may be, but they can be lifted up and motivated and make them a productive individual in society. And I took the time out to be that beacon. I know that each and every one of you have that gift in you for whatever way that you serve them, you can do that. This program was not to the farthest of my mind to even think of a program to honor me. This program should be honoring the individuals that has came through here in the 14 years of movies and getting off the street, whether this be a safe haven, where not only they be drug-free, alcohol-free, but mentally free, where they be able to get off their feet and just to relax. I thank each and every one of you. Most of all, I want to thank Tony for coming over to Tony, go do your thing, and I'm just sitting here. I'll try not to cry.
It's amazing. It's really amazing that he don't get paid. But see, God is in it.
Amen.
And I thank God for him, and you should thank God for him. Because he provides, he makes a way for people that don't have housing. I've seen him sit there and tell them what they need to do. And he said, look, you need to do this, blah, blah, blah. And I need you to have it right here. He tells you where to go. He tells you what to do. You are his heart. I want you guys to know that. So whenever if you go through, and if you go into the store or whatever, you should ask him, what is it that you need? Do you need anything? You should always ask him, do we need anything? He's had the power to break chains that you would really, really know that he's doing behind the scenes. Because a lot of you don't come to the meetings. You have no idea what's going on behind the scenes and how much he fights for you. He fought for that park out there, St. Jude. He broke some chains. He broke some poverty of depression. He's helping people. He's doing everything in his power to make this community better for you all, make it safe for you all.
My friend Wendell, we go back over a long, long way. I've been on Skid Row since the 90s. Wendell probably been down here longer than that. I remember when the James Wood Center first opened up. Wendell has been, just like Michael Blaze said, somebody who's always just been in the community doing things for free because he just loves us. He loves us. And that's the bottom line. If you ask me, I think Chris Liss, Yusef, L.A. Ken, everybody and their mama should have been at this award.
That's right.
Because he does things just for the love of it. And I'm going to give it to you the way I give it to everybody. And hopefully I offend somebody up in here. I'm going to put this mic down because I speak better without it.
Turn it off. You can hear. Thank you.
Racism no longer exists.
I hear you.
Talking about as a controlled white supremacist system. Even I could be a racist if I have a badge, even own a small business or rich. Today, classism, order of the day, capitalism, mine, me, individualism. Your charity is for political connections and public recognition. What you get out of it, votes in the competition, free market. Trump misleads with talk about just Mexican immigrants. What about African immigrants, Arab immigrants, Asian immigrants, European immigrants, more immigrants in America than descendants of slaves and indigenous Indians? Everybody's making a big deal out of accents. I am immigrant, I am special, I have rights. More like identity theft. Even your white American relatives claiming DNA tests confirm their Indian heritage, like the Roman Empire gladiator days. Damn circus, no private space. Jurassic World is in pursuit of happiness here in the good old US of A. So free, borders wide open like a parade. You want to get paid slave? We got arenas going up all over the place, but pluralism comes into play. Majority rules, so even poor blacks can't get Section 8 in LA. Mission ain't a shelter no more. Now we gotta pay to stay. If my ID says I live on Skid Row, even hospitals turn me away. Paramedics think they the police. Hey, buddy, I pay taxes for you to skip your racial issues and deal with my pain. Hey, you middle upper class college grad liberal, why are you marching? You're making a mockery of the civil rights movement. Thelma and the Panthers are the past. The present, your money is needed for lawyers and lawsuits. That'll stop the killings. What's a community activist? Who's a homeless advocate? A month after you got your housing, start back smoking, behaving like you're living inside your car again. Hurricane Katrina didn't make a difference. For a lot of them, it's just geographics. Mardi Gras ain't over, weather is better, ain't going back to New Orleans. Might I add more statistics, like the traumatized, molested, claustrophobic, and war veterans who feel locked in. Gentrification sounds better than hustling out of a tent just to pay rent for that fancy hotel room or upscale apartment. Just like a capitalist pig who want the people's untaxed money in their pocket. Just like on the block with the local dealers, you know the local venues gotta get theirs. But if I wanna sell some of my CDs, some of them, I gotta pay them more than I paid to get in. Ain't that ridiculous? See how the dollar circulates among Mexicans and Cubans? Could be scam artists. All I have to do is get a license. Speaking of artists, them false poets talk too much when they have a big audience, but have nothing to say when somebody's really listening to them. If you don't write and create it yourself, you're no artist. I paid for a writer's workshop, not acting, singing, and rapping lessons. Not my only aspirations are the acceptance of the popular and celebrity status. And if I don't do something with my work, you will. I may get a little exposure, still means nothing, and you profit. Oh, that's a deliberate act of criminal, malicious mischief. Shall I teach the class the difference between plaintiff and defendant? So where am I going with all of this? Oh, I've arrived to rub your nose in all of this. Critical analysis. Let's get those
I have my own issues. I'm very opinionated. I don't know how this man know how to make me pump my brakes. And I can't remember hearing him yell. I can't remember hearing him holler. Except to take it outside and don't talk. That's about all, that's all I have heard again. If you don't talk, go outside. Okay? But brother, I am so honored to be here, man, for you. Okay? You've been here doing what you've been doing for as long as you've been doing it. And I know you want change. And you have seen change and you want more change. Don't stop doing what you're doing, man, because what you're doing ain't in vain. A change is coming.
First of all, I say thank you for inviting me here. This is very important. It's the biggest thing that ever happened to me. I wash my underwear system. No, I did actually. How many of y'all know about the medical marijuana? I got my phone. Okay. I was coming home from the medical marijuana shop, and the police stopped me. I said, "What's the problem, officer?" He said, "You look in your bag." So I handed the bag. He said, "What is this?" I said, "It's medical marijuana." He said, "Why you got so many different kinds?" I said, "It's medicine, man, for different things." He said, "Like what?" I said, "Well, I got chronic pain, so I got some chronic for that. I got joint pain, so I need a joint of this." I said, "That one for my hand, so hand me that. This one for my back, so give me that back." I said, "That one for my knee, I need that." I said, "Man, that's a wrap, I gotta go." That's when he said, "Put your hand behind your back." I want to ask you something. Did you ever notice that you get in trouble and they lock you up, that the place they lock you up is on your name and whatever you did? I said the place they lock you up is on your name and whatever you did. For instance, they catch you forging checks, you go to the bank. But if they catch you checking marijuana, they send you to the joint. If they catch you checking crack cocaine, you do your time on the rock. You kick down somebody's door, you go to the slammer. When you steal a boat, they send you up the river. Is that a bit? If you steal 24 cans a year, you catch a case, dog. But if you steal a Rolex, they're gonna give you some time. You get convicted of prostitution, they put you in a cell. You're trying to sell, you know. You get convicted of rape, they stick you in the pokey. However, if you get charged with a sex crime, you just might get off. Okay. My wife was a nymphomaniac. Sex all the time. That's all she wanted to do. And I probably waited my turn.
To me, a politician that's out here being in this dirt with us, is somebody care about what's going on there. You see what I'm saying? You know, or if he didn't, he would stay his ass up in them offices.
That's right.
Where he's paid to be.
Yeah.
He don't need no representative. He represented what he got to do for his community himself.
That's right.
There you go. Get your ass up. I had to do that for you real quick.
That we're going to continue to move forward, Ron. You and I was in a meeting the other day. We talked about moving forward in an area, in an arena we've never moved before then. It's time for us to step up and truly be heard. We're not worried about what people are not doing. We're concerned about what we're going to do. And I thank you for that, brother. I thank you for being that confirmation, that exclamation point to the things that are being done in this community. I thank you for being there. And I truly, truly love you. And I say this for everyone that I know and everyone that know you. And we have mutual friends. You know, we have one good friend that's behind you, that is a good friend, a dear friend to the both of us. And he loves you as well. And you can call on him at any time, and he's going to be there. But you have many people like that because of who you are and what you do. I love you, brother, and I just thank you.